Hello and welcome to the Fixit Shed. So I'm going to be working on the MTD shredder again. So last time I got the shredder part of it working, and this time I want to work on the engine because it doesn't run exactly right. You have to have it on partial choke, so the carburetor probably needs to be cleaned out, and I also want to do an oil change. So let's get started. Alright, let's go ahead and get the air cleaner off. Okay, and we're going to take this plate off. I'm going to pinch off the fuel line. Alright, let's get the float bowl off. Well, let's see. Doesn't look too bad, so it shouldn't. The person that I got it from said that they had just cleaned it, so that's pretty clean, really. It's a little bit dirty, but all right. I'm gonna let just a little bit of fuel run through here. There we go. Yeah, that's looking a little dirty. Looks like maybe there's a little bit of moisture in the bottom. I don't know. Can you see it right there? So I'm just going to try and spray a little bit of carb cleaner up in here. And in here. Alright, the float bow is actually not too bad inside. I'm probably just going to wipe it out. I'm going to try and leave it alone though. There is a little rubber gasket over here for the drain valve, and I don't really want to, it's kind of cracking, and I don't really want to, let's see if you can see that. I don't really want to get too involved in this. I'm not restoring it. So I don't want to damage that little rubber gasket any farther. And seems, I guess you probably just press this down and slide it out to get it apart, so to get it out of there, but it's really not that dirty, so I'm just gonna leave it alone. Alright, so you see that dark, that's moisture that was in the gas, so I'm gonna drain a little bit more out and see if it comes out clear. It's a better color. It doesn't look cloudy. Sometimes when you first pour it out, it'll look cloudy. This looks pretty clear. So I think we're good now. Alright, let's get the float bowl back on. So this is the, they call it the power adjustment. I think that's the fuel air mix. The idle adjustment is up above here. Take fuel clamp off. Let that fill up with fuel. Alright, let's see how it starts. Put the choke on. Let's get the air cleaner back on and go through the adjustments and see if we can get it a little bit better. Alright, this is the idle adjustment back here, and so if we want to reset it, I need a screwdriver that's just a little bit smaller than that. Can I get in there with this one? Yeah, so we want to tighten it all the way in. Okay, that's in, so we want to back it out 1.5 turns. Alright, so that's half a turn. That's 1 turn. Alright, and that's 1.5, which pretty much looks like where it was. Alright, and then this is the power adjustment. So we're going to turn that all the way in. Okay, and then it says turn it out 1 full turn. Let's see. Sorry about there. Okay, there's half. There's 1. Okay, now we can make small adjustments. We can start it up. Let's see how it runs. Alright, so after a small adjustment on the power adjustment screw, I was able to get it to run without choke. Now let's change the oil, and I have a feeling this is going to make a mess. Alright, so there's actually 2 drain plugs. There's one on this side, and there's one on that side. So you can use either one, but either way it's going to drain onto the red platform. So yeah, I'm gonna have to tilt it to the side that I take the drain plug out of and try and hope that it runs in a good direction. So I have it up on some blocks of wood to help drain the oil in this direction, and I'm gonna try using a little bit of painter's tape, blue painter's tape, and I'm gonna try and make a little trough for it to try and direct it so that it kind of goes in the direction that I want it to go. Just like that. So hopefully this will guide it. You're gonna see how this works. That fits perfectly. All right, let's loosen the drain plug and see what happens. Almost worked. It's actually working pretty well on this side. On over here it kind of escaped. Gotta loosen the drain plug. There it goes. Get the flow a little bit better. Alright, that's about it. Alright, that's pretty good. I'm actually pretty happy with that. I think that worked pretty well. Alright, so I want to get an idea of how much oil was in there, so I have this empty oil bottle and I'm just going to pour into it so that I can get a measurement. Alright, so now we can see the level in the jug. It's in between 14 and 16 ounces, so probably 15. It was probably originally 16 ounces. And about 500 milliliters. Right, a little over 400, somewhere between 400 and 500 milliliters. Just to give us a rough idea so that when we pour new oil in, we know how much approximately to put in. Alright, so we need to pour in probably about 15-16 ounces. This bottle has about 18 ounces in it, so I'm going to pour most of it in there. Let's see where we're at. Alright, that's a pretty good spot. It's pretty full. Alright, so we were able to get this to run without choke by making some adjustments to the power adjusting screw. I got the oil changed and it's now ready to go up for sale. So if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you want to help support the channel, please subscribe or consider becoming a member by clicking the join button below. Thanks for watching. Take care.